I'm joined by Tim from Ash. Tim, thank you very much for talking to us. Have you been looking forward to the gig for a while? Is it your first time playing in Kent for a while?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, we played Folkestone a few times over the years. In fact, it's probably been quite a while now. But yeah, I just love getting outdoors and playing festivals. And south of England, you normally get the good weather as well.
So you're only just really getting back into festivals and getting out there again. So where have you been, and what made you sort of put your foot on the accelerator again?
Well, we've been recording pretty much. We've got a studio in New York. We're based out there for the last few years, and I've been in the studio all year. And we thought, let's get out and do a few festivals, and maybe try a couple of new songs, and just play. So,
Are you a fan of festivals? Do you prefer going out on your own? What are the benefits of being at a festival?
I like playing outdoors. In the summer. That's the best thing about them. There's a trade-off then. You aren't like playing strictly to your fans, that's probably the good thing about doing your own shows. So I don't know. It's just like getting to play in the outdoors, and we seem to like work well at festivals.
One of your ex-band members is playing tomorrow. Will you be sticking around to see her?
No, I'd love to see her, but we're going back to New York at like 9:30 flight tomorrow morning. So
Have you just flown in for this gig?
Yeah, literally flew in to London yesterday, rehearsed, and came down today.
So you really are living the Rockstar lifestyle, aren't you? Just flown in from New York to London and...
Sounds good, yeah. Yeah.
So how is New York? Is it your first time living there, and how different is it from this country?
I've been there for 3 years. Very different. I guess it's just got a nice loose attitude, and even though you hear about a lot of uptight New Yorkers and stuff, I find it a very friendly and helpful place, and I don't know, you just feel like you're in the coolest place in the world, when you're living there.
Have you got a chance to see any of the acts that are playing today, or have you just kind of arrived, you're going to go out and go away again?
Yeah, we only arrived not too long ago, and haven't seen anyone. I would have liked to see the teenagers, but I think I missed them.
So what can the fans out there look forward to tonight? Are you going to be playing some new stuff, a lot of your old tunes?
Yeah, lots of old tunes, really. Mix of stuff from our last record, and hopefully we're thinking of throwing in one new track tonight. We'll see.
So will that be an exclusive play, something you're writing in New York at the moment, if we get it?
Yeah, totally unreleased, exclusive.
So when do you decide on stuff like that? I mean, do you decide on stage depending on how the audience is going? How do you make those kind of decisions?
We normally decide, well, we rehearsed yesterday, and we sort of rehearsed a pool of songs, and then today we sort of see what we feel like, and figure out how long we've got, and you have to figure, okay, 14 songs, will that fit in an hour, that kind of stuff. So
your fans in the UK, this is a very fleeting visit. When can we expect to see you again, and what's coming up for you guys?
Well, we're coming back. We're doing a show. Ben & Jerry's got a festival in London, Clapham Common. That's like early August or late July. And what else are we doing? Oh, we're doing a show in London. We saw that one night. We're doing another night where we're playing our first debut album in complete form. So
and when's your next release? When can we look forward to that?
Next year. Yeah, we're sort of just working in our laboratory, cooking up some weird stuff for everybody, and next year it's going to come out.
So a lot of the press who are here have really struggled to get interviews with the artists. We've spoken to one or two people, but is that the worst bit of your job? Do you hate doing it? I mean, you've just flown in from New York, you're going away again. Is the last thing you want to do talk to people like me?
No, I think you're nice, I think it's all right. Yeah, no, I don't care. I think it's it's a good way to get your name out to sort of people, and people can check you out, and I think it's an important part of it,
What do you think is the worst part of your job, and because at the moment you're living in New York, you're flying around the world. Are you living the dream, or is there a downside to what you do?
Well, I guess the music industry is notoriously difficult industry to survive in, so you have to be very tough, really, and especially nowadays, it's really kind of everything's been turned on its head with. But I think people still need music. So if you're like resilient and keep going, you can do well. But for me, getting to make a living making music is my dream.
So there are a lot of people who've been fans of you for a long time. You've got a really established name. Are there still people that make you go a bit starstruck? Are there people you really want to see? Who do you hold up as legends?
I'm always impressed with U2. Like, kind of more and more. The more I know about them, just the more I'm kind of impressed. Like, we've played with them a lot over the years, and I think the kind of career they've had is amazing, and the way they keep reinventing themselves, and the way they still seem driven. I think that's kind of amazing, And we played it from live, and they're just getting to watch their shows. It's kind of like a masterclass,
People who aren't rock stars, people, kids or even, grown-ups, always dream of being a pop star or a rock star. You are one. Do you feel like one? And how does that feel?
Well, yes and no. Sometimes, when you get out and walk on stage, I do, and do, when you hear like the crowds, when you first hear that big cheer when you walk on stage, that's amazing. But to be, being in New York, it's very anonymous, and I like getting out, just being a normal person, totally, which is, so there's kind of, I don't know, I don't walk around in favorite boas and stuff like that.
So you're back in the UK a couple of times later in the year. We're looking for the new album in February time, did you say? Next year?
Next year, we're not actually talking, it's not going to be an album though. We're like talking about releasing singles, and I'm not quite sure how, but we're going to try some completely different.
Are you experimenting with kind of the new way the music industry is working at the moment? Are you trying to go down a different route?
Yeah, we're totally just going to tear up the old way of doing things and do things differently. So at the minute, first of all, we need the right music to get people's attention. So we're working on that, and then we'll come up with something crazy, some different way of releasing it.
Well, I hope you're convinced by the crowd to play something new tonight. Mark Ronson said that we were the best audience he'd had all year, so hopefully we won't let you down and you'll play us something new.
I feel like it's going to be a good one today.
Thanks very much for talking to us. Cheers.